According to Forbes, about 90% of recruiters do not read cover letters. So why are we talking about cover letters? Why do we even bother? You need to tailor your cover letter to fit the job, the company, the role, the industry that you are applying for. Hi fam, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Isabella Awan. I'm a product specialist and a YouTuber based in Lagos, Nigeria. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel. But if this is the first time of watching any of my videos or you're just here to subscribe to my channel, what you waiting for? Please go ahead, hit on the red subscribe button. Thereafter, click on the notification bell just beside the red subscribe button so that you can be among the first to get notifications on my videos whenever I drop them. Because I'm dropping like a son, dropping like a son, dropping like a son, dropping like a son. First of all, my voice is not the best. I've been sick for a while now. I am literally just recovering from being sick. I still cough, though I don't have runny nose anymore and my eyes are no longer teary, but I'm still very much sick. So please pardon my voice if you hear some huskiness in the voice or you just hear me breathing some type of way, because I'm kind of struggling with like breath when I talk, but that's fine. I just hope the sound of this video is perfect. Actually, let me check it out. 1 second. Guys, I'm excited about today's topic because the vibe and the energy God, my voice is messing up right now. Anyway, the vibe and the energy for corporate content just came back and I have a new corporate content video. Woo! So today we will be talking about cover letters. Sometime last year, I made a video about CVs, the things you should include in your CV, what your CV should look like, the things you should take out, and all of that. If you've not seen that video, I'm going to link it somewhere up here. So do well to go watch that video after this particular video. Anyways, today we will be talking about cover letters. So yeah, let's dive right into the video. According to Forbes, about 90% of recruiters do not read cover letters. And one would wonder, so why are we talking about cover letters? Why do we even bother to know what a good cover letter should look like? Why do we even bother to write a cover letter if 90% of recruiters would not read it? Out of these 90%, 50% actually agreed that they would prefer a candidate who added a cover letter to the one who did not. So this means they don't read your cover letter, but because you added cover letter to your application, it means your application was complete and they are most likely going to choose you. Number two, you do not want it to be because you did not add cover letter, that's why they did not give you the job. You need to know where your problem is coming from. Yes, so don't let village people use laziness as a tool to make you not get your dream job. So the best option is add the cover letter. If they are not going to read it, fine, let it be that they are the ones that decided not to read it. Anyway, I have said cover letter more than 100 times since the beginning of this video, since I introduced what the topic was. So let's talk about what a cover letter is. A cover letter basically is a 3 to 5 paragraph essay, persuasive writing that is aimed at persuading your recruiter or hiring manager that you are the best fit for the role. So all your cover letter does is to convince the hiring manager that you're an interesting candidate and that they should have a chat with you. They should invite you. In fact, they should even look at your CV and then invite you to like discuss further. You're not supposed to use one cover letter for all the jobs you're applying for, even if they are the same role. You need to tailor your cover letter to fit the job, the company, the role, the industry that you are applying for. The most common template for a cover letter is what I am going to be discussing next. Now we will be talking about what the template of a cover letter should look like. Just like I mentioned in the definition of a cover letter has 3 to 5 paragraphs depending on how sophisticated you want it to be or how simple you want it to be. But I bet you recruiters don't spend more than 20 seconds glancing through your cover letter. So don't even bother to make it too difficult to read and all of that. Now, for the template of a cover letter, I'll be focusing on the 3-paragraph cover letter style. Now, the first paragraph is basically why the company, why the role. So basically, this cover letter is supposed to say, oh, this is what I'm interested in, or this is the things that actually move the needle for me. That is why I'm applying to a role that I saw you advertise at so place. Basically, that's the story your first paragraph is saying. So imagine you want to apply to let's say P&G, and you're maybe applying for like a marketing role in P&G. We know that P&G are the manufacturers of parts, Oral-B toothpaste. So if you're a girl, I think pad is a very good storyline you should sell. So something like growing up as a teenage girl, having access to parts or to the always sanitary part was a difficult thing because the major distributor did not have broad channel to get to the community which I stay. And I promised after maybe using it in maybe a cousin's place or an auntie's place, I promised myself to find a way to always get this part wherever I could find it. That is why I am interested in being in your marketing role to get your amazing products to parts of the countries that you currently do not reach and the people that need it the most. Coincidentally, I came across your job posting. Maybe you put the reference number on LinkedIn or wherever you saw the job posting, and I am interested in applying for the role of marketing maybe specialist in your company. Do you basically get the story? So it is why I'm applying to your company, why I'm applying to this role. So your company, because you guys do fantastic products that are basic needs of people, always sanitary pads for girls, Oral-B for your oral health, things like that. Then you now kind of conclude it by saying, because of this, I am more than excited to be applying for the role of marketing specialist, which I saw advertised on maybe Indeed, job description number, and all of that. So you just put that. So that's your first paragraph. Your second paragraph is why me. You've said why you as a candidate is applying to this company, why you choose this company, why you choose this role. The second thing you need to talk about is why are you the best candidate? Why should they invite you for an interview? And basically, in this paragraph, you're supposed to mention your skills, your knowledge, your relevant job experience, your maybe even projects. So basically, things that makes you stand out as a candidate. Example of what will make you stand out as a candidate is the fact that you have knowledge of Nigeria. So let's say you're going to be a marketing specialist for maybe South, and you were born and raised in the South, and you've stayed or visited 6 states in the South geopolitical zone in Nigeria. That's something you should mention because, oh my god, the noise. That's something you should mention because that is totally unique to you. Something tells me to check if my camera is okay. It is still on. I can see it. So that's something you should totally mention because it is unique to you. If you have experience marketing similar products, so maybe female hygiene products, oral health care products, Pampers, anything similar, so FMCG goods, basically you have experience in that, that's something unique to you. If maybe you have done something around distribution, logistics, you were able to plan maybe a strategy, a campaign that was able to get a particular goods or services to areas where these goods did not exist, like That's something you should mention as part of your experience and things you've done. Then as part of your core skills, it could be analytical skills. Actually tell us how you've analyzed the market to understand the different market segments and what would work for them. My point is, most times the second paragraph is always the longest paragraph. Focus on your skills, your experience, and your knowledge. The things you know, basically. Work with that. Then finally, the last paragraph is usually a call to action. So this is where you say, based on my experience and my passion for like FMCG and getting products to where they are actually needed, because I for one had suffered from lack of accessibility to products. I am looking forward to hearing back from you, discussing more. I find attached my CV. I'm looking forward to hearing more from you, or telling you more of my experience, what I can do for your company, and how your company can also help me in my career growth and development. Full stop. It should be as short as that. Then you close with yours sincerely, your name, your first name, and your surname. Full stop. That's basically the template for a cover letter. Additionally, if you have some like gap experience in your CV, there are things in your CV you want to explain, maybe throw more light on, do it in your paragraph 3, then you close out in your paragraph 4. But if you don't have any maybe experience gap, skills gap, or anything, or maybe you're not trying to switch from a different industry to another industry, you don't need to give that context. You don't need to give additional context. Then a 3-paragraph cover letter is okay for you. I also know people who separate their experience from their skills, but I just think your experience and your skills can be mixed and mashed together in one paragraph. Talk about some tips to writing or crafting an amazing and enticing cover letter. Now you may see me looking down a bit. That was because I actually wrote down some of these tips so that I don't forget any of them, basically. So yeah, I might be reading some of them out. The first tip to writing a good and catchy cover letter is keep it brief and sweet as much as you can. First of all, if your recruiters even get to read your cover letter, see, they don't have more than 20 seconds to glance through all of that. So we want to see like bullet points. We want to see like things that get their attention. Now, talking about things that get their attention, I would always advise open with a catchy phrase. Open with a catchy phrase. Maybe something you found on the website of the company, and then relate it to your personal life. Catch their attention with your first line. 3, make it personalized as much as possible. Guys, you see all of you that go to ChatGPT to type write a cover letter for the position of a marketing specialist in an FMCG company. Then you copy paste, and then wherever there is FMCG company, you find and replace with the name of the company. Look, these recruiters know that you copy pasted from ChatGPT. Trust me, because ChatGPT would not know your personal experience, so it would be very generic. Like, it would just be saying, in my previous role I did this. It won't even mention the exact role. It won't even mention maybe the exact project. But if you write it yourself, you can be more specific. Saying you worked with a senior management or like a company in the southeast of Nigeria. It will be a bit more specific and personalized. Do you understand? The next thing I want to talk about is keep only relevant skills and experience. You see that paragraph 2 that I said it should be long? Only keep your relevant skills and experience. If before you went into marketing you did some bookkeeping, we don't need to hear that. Do you understand? Your CV is there with your full history of work experience, so you don't need to say that. Focus on like marketing, logistics, distribution role, like specific roles or functions that you carried out. Remember I said keep it short. That was the first thing I said. So for you to be able to keep it short, your shortness will be determined by your paragraph 2 most times. And then To make your paragraph 2 as concise as possible, I always advise that you go through the job description, pick out 3 core skills that you can relate to yourself, that you can relate to either your skill, your current role, or your experience. Pick out those 3 core things and then talk about them. Link it to your experience, link it to your skills, link it to your knowledge. That's how you can keep it short and simple, and only to relevant topics or relevant things. The next thing is show that you have actually done your research. How can you do this? First is like calling out something, maybe company's value, company's mission statement, something they wrote on their website. This will just show that you have actually done your homework. Another way you can show that you have done your homework is actually calling the hiring manager or recruiter by name, or the name of the CEO. Don't use to whom it may concern. That's such a lazy. In fact, it's giving ChatGPT basically. So just try, if you can get like exact names, that would be perfect. Do it. The next tip is please read through your cover letter at least twice before sending, because you're actually going to be checking for 2 things. First, grammatical errors and wrong spellings. Secondly, in case you copied some part of your cover letter from a previous cover letter, you are not putting the company name of the previous cover letter. I don't know if that makes sense. It can happen. Maybe they are like all FMCGs and then you copied some parts. You are sending to maybe, let's say, P&G, but you covered from BS stuff. And then you're sending a cover letter to P&G with BS stuff inside. Yes, they might not be direct competitors, but you don't want to make that kind of mess. So read through your cover letter at least twice before you hit send. Then the last but not the least tip I would give is please send your cover letter in the most appropriate form. If you were asked to upload your cover letter, please try to upload a PDF file. Why I always advise a PDF file is because there is how, maybe based on your laptop inch size, or maybe you typed it with your phone, by the time you send it to as a Word document to the other party, the document might look scattered. It has happened to me before. A well-arranged document, all of a sudden, when the receiver received it, was scattered. So please, PDF file is the best way to lock all your formatting and everything down. So if you were asked to attach it, maybe there was a link you filled form and they said attach your CV here, attach your cover letter here. So please try to attach a PDF file. But if you were sending your CV to an email, it wasn't like a form that you had to fill, like a link you click and fill a form. You're sending your CV to an email address. So how you send your cover letter in that situation is your cover letter would be the body of your email, then you attach your CV. So in the body of the email somewhere, you're like, attached to this email is my CV for like more information. I'm happy to hop on an interview chat with you to discuss more about myself and how I fit this role. So your body, the body of your email would be the cover letter, and then you attach your CV as an attachment. Please don't forget to use the job description as a subject of your email, and make sure you're sending to the right email. Yeah, that's it basically for cover letter. I don't know if I had missed any points, or there's something unique you do when you're sending cover letters, or something that has worked for you while sending applications with cover letter. Please, if you have, put it down in the description box. If you have any questions about applying for jobs, especially as it relates to cover letters, please put it down in the description box. I actually have 2 videos on job applications already. I have one that just lists everything you need to do, like to go into the labor market. I'm going to attach that here. And I would put the link in the description box. And then I have a second one that was about CV, what your CV should look like. This one, I'm going to put the link in the description box. So please do well to also watch those videos, because the whole job application process is a complex process. One video would be too long and too too much information overload to like put everything in one video. So I try to break them out and then talk about each of the things I listed in like that first video in different videos. So this is the cover letter video. Up next, when I'm doing some corporate live videos, which might even be work from home, but I think I would really like to talk about career choices and how to search for jobs. I think those are those two topics I would like to create video on next. Maybe within the next 1 to 2 months, I'm going to create those videos. But till I see you on another corporate episode video on Adulting with Bella, remain blessed and bye for now.